Everything is set up. Got my big old water cup. So when the heat kicks in and the throat starts to get dry, we'll be able to keep going without all the up stuff. So what I did was we're doing the replay again, same thing we did last night, because I'm trying to work out. I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to bulk up on my price action, being able to read price action. So we're doing it again. As you can see, we have the EURUSD chart right here. We are currently on the 5-minute chart, but we're gonna have to change that to the 1-minute chart because that is where I play. Make sure thing looks good. Cool. All right. So what we want to do is just kind of shrink everything down so it's just an indiscernible line, and then hit the replay button right up there, replay, and this gives us the option to play on any previous date, and we're just going to go back. We're not even going to consider or look at it. We're just going to go back. And I think this is good. So let's stretch it out. Second. Let's do that again. I don't know what happened here. Okay, so this 10th. 8th. Okay, this looks good. So now we will just... Why does it all seem like the same? What's going on here? 3rd. Something's very suspicious here. Okay, now we got a new line. I don't know what was going on. That was kind of weird. Anyway, so let's see if we can pull it back one more to right here. Yeah, this looks good. So we'll start here. We have turn the volume down a little. I'm grooving too much. So our indicator is market sessions by... Who's the guy that made this? I can't remember. See, this is by market section by Boitoki. Let's get that out of here. So market sessions by Boitoki. And this just tells us when Tokyo session starts, when London session starts, New York session starts. Right in here, we have the Australian session, Sydney. But, you know what? Let's go ahead and add Sydney to it. Come on. Sydney is completely wrong. Sydney starts at 4 in the afternoon. And let's take it to when Japan, Tokyo opens, which is 19, 18, which gives us about 2 hours to play around. See, once it updates, there we go. Perfect. So now we have the opening times for each session. And a lot of the sessions tend to overlap. Like the Tokyo session goes into the London session, I think, until 4, and we're talking Central Time here. And then London goes into New York until, I want to say 11. The only one that opens is that opens right after New York closes is Sydney, so there's no overlap here. I think this is like the break of session, and then it starts over. So let us go ahead and begin. Let's start with the buying and selling. We're looking at Tokyo. We have the New York low right here. And then Tokyo opens and it just continues to drop. So we're going to see if Tokyo is going to challenge the low. It's going to come back and test it, test the resistance up here, which considering Europe opens in this part right here at about 3 o'clock, that doesn't seem right. Let's check these times. Something seems off. Yeah, that should be 2 o'clock. So it should be around here. Let's see, what time would we have Tokyo going from? Yeah, 10 to 2. And then our time zone, Chicago. And then GMT 6. I mean, everything looks... Let's just, let's try this and see what happens. We are not getting accurate readings. So that's 15, 30, that's right. That's right, 416 to 18. And then that puts London at 2 o'clock. Weird. Well, sometimes the settings get off a little bit, and I don't know, you gotta just mess around with it. So we're starting off in the middle of Tokyo, and we're just gonna go ahead and get it started, get the ball rolling. Probably won't place any orders yet. And price is just, so if we would have come in here, we would have seen this immediately. All right, so let's see. Let's break it down. We have the low of New York, and then Tokyo opens and it drops. But we have this bounce right here. So that would have fooled a lot of people into thinking that price was moving up. And then once they had a lot of people trapped up here, then they start selling, and all these people are stuck and they're losing money. And they're either getting liquidated, closed out, or they're closing at huge losses, or they're holding, hoping that when Europe opens, that things are going to turn around. Which I'm guessing, I'm going to go ahead and say that we are going to probably go back up here. So any order we open down here for buys, we're going to close them up here. That's going to be our target. So let's see how that goes. Let's go ahead and start. So this would have been a good buying opportunity. This would have been a good buying if we're scalping for 2 pips, because let's see, from here to this area right up here is about 5 pips. So you could buy anywhere down here and get at least 2 or 3 pips, which isn't bad, because you're going to buy here, buy this, and just collect these little bounces. So when you're scalping, that's really all you're doing, is you're just getting paid when the price bounces. So if you would have sold here, price would have gone up, you would have been in drawdown, but you could have held and price would have dropped. And if you would have held all the way from here, from like this to this, that's 16 pips. So it's not a bad take. If you're trying to get 20 pips a day, they're there's already most of your pips right there. But even if you're scalping, you're not placing one order at a time. You're usually placing several. So you would have put a sell here, you would have put a sell here, and a sell here, and a sell here, and a sell each time it bounced down. So there's several places in here where you would have sold. It wouldn't have just been one long swing trade. That's also what separates swing traders from scalpers, is pretty much the amount of trades you place. And it's also why I like scalping over swing trading. I like to be active in the market, and it's why I hate getting caught in swing trades. Like if I'm at the end of a session and I have, let's say I put a sell here and then I'm just waiting for it to go lower, and from here to here wouldn't have been enough pips to close. Yeah, that's 2 pips. So if I would have made 2 pips, but I go for 3 pips, so that wouldn't have closed, and I would have just been praying for it to go lower, and I would have been stuck in this long old, from, let's say 31, so that's a few hours, and it still hasn't crossed, like 3-4 hours. But let's get the ball rolling and see how it goes. Right. So we are looking for an opportunity to buy. We've already tested this support area 3 times. Excuse me. Would have been smart to buy right here. I think I'm going to open a buy order right here. And then we'll just wait and see what happens once London opens. Now open an order here because we are once again testing support. And I could be totally wrong. I'm building orders. I'm building a position right now. This is what this is. Putting an order here, putting an order here, putting an order here. And then just waiting to collect. And this could be like I'm already $200 in. So let's talk about stop loss, because I'm doing all this without a stop loss. Let's put our stop loss at 300. Man, that is cutting it really, really close. I should have thought about stop loss before I really entered, because I don't. With all these orders, this is 350. The way TradingView does it is a little tricky. So I would have to go 36 from here. So let's see, 36 pips from here is quite a drop. Okay, let's just say 18 pips. That's about half of 36, which is what I normally use. So we're at 2.2. So we'll put our stop loss at 5.225, which gives us a loss of $717. Hopefully it won't come to that. Part of the game. It's part of the game. You got to be in drawdown sometimes. You're never going to go straight into profit. If you do, most of the times, you're lucky. So let us see what happens. We're expecting price to go up when Europe opens. Here it comes. Europe is about to open. At the London stock market. Like this. This is what I like seeing. This pattern right here. Where it drops and then it goes up. Come on, London, don't let me down. And remember, our target is up here. So let's take our take profit and we'll set it right up there. We are expecting it to test the high. And this is what you do. You wait and you just watch. And I mean, I don't have to let it go to this price. If I think it's going to go down, I can just exit now. This is just the safety net. So far, things are looking good. And going up. We are at decent price right now. I could close it and reach my target. My target is $200 a day. And we are already, well, we're past it. Going. I could have even opened more orders. I could have placed another buy here, another buy here. I could place another buy order here, and then just keep riding it up. So we're watching. We're looking for the areas of resistance. So we have a spot right here. This whole line right here that we're playing off of, this is a resistance spot. You can see it came down under here and it's just bouncing up against it. And then it broke above it, but it's not really getting any higher. It's kind of stuck in this area. In this area right here. So it'll be about like right here to right here. Where we're having a hard time breaking out of this green box. Let's see if we can fill that in a little. Actually, let's fill it the same color. So we got this green box here that it was kind of just hovering above. It broke below, and then it keeps pushing up against. It came above it, and now it's just bouncing off it. So this is like a magnet zone that's keeping us trapped here. So we need more buyers to come in to push that price up. And I mean, I'm thinking because of this action right here that we should get some. We could actually, I should say we could get some. But see if I extend it back here, you can see all this right here. Just this zone is just and this is that low zone. Or this is the new low, actually, I should say. So let's just keep watching what happens. Let's hide this for a minute. Or make it more transparent so we can see through it. And then we got our take profit up here. There it goes. Ooh, and then the sellers are just pushing. So, like I'm building positions right here, where we can see I was building positions right here. We have somebody even bigger than me, banks, fund managers. They're building even bigger positions. So if we want price to go up, they do too, but they need to keep price as low as possible for as long as possible in order to get the best price before they start feeding the demand. So that's what's happening right here. There was a lot of people who were buying at this price and they're going to start pushing it up, and we just have to wait and not be greedy. Just waiting, and probably let's open another position here. Yes, things are working out great. I could close right now and walk away happy. Another thing I can do too is if you're happy with what you have and you're like, okay, like let's say $200 is my goal. It's like, all right, so I'm going to close it at I'm going to put my stop loss at 200 here. So if price continues up, perfect. But if it comes down, it closes my account, or it closes my trade with $200 in profit. I don't make any more, but I definitely don't lose anything. But I'm going to go ahead and just stick with that. And let it ride. See, and it just keeps pulling back to this zone. There's something here. There's a lot of interest at this area right here. A lot of people are interested in this price range. Zoom in just a little bit. So the area we have to beat is this one up here. If we can get through this area right there, let's we can get through this area up here, then we will see a lot of action. We'll start seeing the price, but this is what we're trying to break right here. So let's get rid of that, because I don't think that'll just confuse people. Which is why I don't draw a lot of stuff on my charts, because it starts to mess with you, and it really makes you second guess. If you can just see kind of the areas, you're like just kind of look at it and be like, okay, I see where the line is, I see where everything's kind of getting stuck to. And now we're back under. So if I would have closed at 200, things would have been great. I would have walked away a winner. But I'm sticking with my guns, and I'm really, really pushing that price to retest here. And we are just getting so close to my stop loss. And I'm starting to wonder, did I make the right decision? And if we go back here to where I've changed my stop loss to $200 in profit, man, would have been so happy just to live with that. But now I'm stuck. This is what happens when you get greedy. So you either stick with your guns and say, it's going up here, it's going to go up here, I'm sticking with that. That is my decision. And, you know, come stop loss or take profit, you just ride it out. Or I could just like reset completely, just close everything, close that $300 loss and start over. But I'm going to ride it out. Let's speed it up just a little bit. I mean, I could even open another buy order right here, bring my average down closer, and then just keep watching price. So the same way it was bouncing up here off of this area, it comes down here and it's going to test this again and try and break through. And that's what we're counting on. We're counting on price to come down. It's kind of, it's very energetic watching the market. You can see these bounces, and you can see the momentum, and you can see where it hits a ceiling, it rejects off of that ceiling, and then you can see how it's building steam to try to break through that ceiling. And that's what we're seeing right now. So it's coming down here and it's building steam to try and break through. The question is, will it be able to pull it off, or will it have to come down lower before it comes back up? And it's really an amazing thing. It's like an artwork as the charts are created in front of you. It's really, really fascinating to watch the movement and the flow and how it goes up and it goes down. And like I said, it's very energetic, very, I don't know, maybe kinetic. It's really, really fascinating. And that's kind of what draws me to it, is just watching it and seeing it and trying to understand like what's happening. See, so look, here we go. We're trying. Oof. And then it pushes back down. But is this push? Oh, and it hit my stop loss. Look at that. Ah. So this is one of those things where the banks and the higher powers, they just know that the stop loss is there. They know where people are keeping their stop loss, and so they shoot out these wrecking balls to just plow through. Like how many people's stop loss was down there? And it's not just mine, it's a lot of people like me, which is why you have the 35 pip stop loss, and that was only 18. So if I had my 35 pip stop loss, it would have been way down here, and I wouldn't even that wouldn't even have touched me, and I would have still been in this trade. And I guarantee you now, price is going up. Watch. There it goes. It broke above. It's challenging the high. And there it goes. So I'm going to open up a buy order. New York is open. Let's open up another buy. We are now above. Nope, we're back under. Man, just a lot of bad decisions today. Let's set that stop loss. All right, so our take profit is going to be, I'm going to say here. And our stop loss will be my math is terrible, so I'm going to have to use the measuring stick for a 36 pip stop loss. Which would be right there. Let's go 35.9 is fine. 5086. So there's our stop loss. $700. And we're already almost $1,200 out. Going down like we're stuck underneath. I probably should have just started over. I'm going to go ahead and close this. That's the question. Do I want to close it? This is the kind of thing that happens. This is discouragement. When you get discouraged and you're just like, you know what? I don't care. Let it just take my whole account. Let it just wreck me. And then it's that kind of feeling that you don't want to get stuck in. Like, you don't want that to be how you operate. You want to be a manager. You want to manage your emotions while you're managing the account, and you can't let discouragement be the driver, because that's how you lose money, really. And we're so close. Is it going to take? So this could be a retracement right here, where price went up, and then instead of continuing up, it's going to come back down. So people are taking profit here, and then more people can buy in and take the price higher. So let's see if that happens. I'm going to go ahead and open another order, and hopefully that's the case, because I still think we are going to challenge the high right here. We're going to come back up to this. So let's put a mark there. Right there. Let's make that thicker. And let's change the color to green because that's where the money is at. So this area up here is what we're aiming for. In fact, I could even move my take profit up there. And that would put me in the money. But it could do a lot before that. Before it even goes up to there, it could just keep coming down and going up, coming down and going up. Because this area right here, I've already showed you how this is an area of interest where a lot of people like this price. So the big banks, the big money are trying to keep it at that price so they can build their order before they either take the price up or push the price further down to continue getting a better deal. So let's see what, okay, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and push it up there and we'll order build. We'll just keep building orders. So let's go ahead and do that. And if I feel good, I'll close it. If I feel like we're on shaky ground, I'll close it. And I think we're doing good. Now, I feel like this would be considered swing trading because the trades that we're holding are so long. This is like hours already. And scalping is like you're in, you're out, you're in, you're out. It's like a ninja slicing. You're just slicing out a chunk of the pie and getting out. So we're not doing too bad. We got Tokyo now, so we're in 2 sessions. But we do have price going up, which is good. And we are in the money, 400. But that, we have a lot to make up for right now. And as price comes down, I'm going to go ahead and open another buy order, try to get us a little bit more money. But let's not forget the purpose of this exercise. The purpose of this exercise is learning to read the market, learning to follow the price action, and to kind of understand what is happening. So we could even break it down a lot further and just kind of go 5 minutes or even an hour at a time and focus not on the whole picture like this and see, okay, here's what we're aiming for now. This is the high that we're trying to get back to, and the low is way down here. But since we're closer to the high, the probability is better that we're going to challenge that high than it is that we're going to challenge the low right here. So let's just keep focusing up here. Or we can get in deeper and see, okay, so we've got price right here, broke this low, and now it's under. So before we continue down more, we're probably going to test this right here. So we could probably catch the bounce, and this is where scalping comes in. You're going to hit like a point of resistance, or you're going to break an area of support. Let me get the trusty box out. So here's the support, and then we broke. And chances are it's going to come back up here and test before it drops again. So you can kind of catch the bounce up, or you can continue to sell. It depends on like where you think price is going to go. And since I think price is going to come back up, I would probably want to buy down here, which is what I'm doing. I'm buying here. I could have bought here, but instead I bought here, and I'll probably buy here. So let's buy here. And looks like it's going back up. Yep. Is it going to go through? It went through. We're good. Look at that. That's exactly what we want to happen. And that is what we're trying to get better at. We're trying to get better at seeing moves like this. Okay, so we got something like this. We got a break. and then we got to bounce back up and through. And if I would have opened another order here, then bam, we would have been more in the money. And now the decision, the hard part. Am I going to keep aiming for here, or am I going to close $500 profit? This is where you have to understand yourself. What kind of trader are you? Are you the kind of trader that likes to hold this long? And I hate holding as long as we've been holding. Even before, before I closed at $102 or $1,200 loss, I wanted to move my stop loss to that 200 point, and then I also wanted to close right then, but I got greedy. And the funny thing is that knowing that I'm good at scalping, swing trading makes me greedy, and when I get greedy, I lose. So I'm gonna go ahead and close it at $500, and it might go higher, but at least I'm not as much at a loss now as I was. I'm just $600. So now we can wait and see what happens next, and we can prepare for the London Open. So let's see what price continues to do. Oh yeah, that's another interesting thing. Price will bounce and it'll test, and then of course price broke through this time, so now it's going to test this part again. So it'll go up and then it'll come down, and it'll spend some time here before it decides whether it's going to go up or whether it's going to go down. But like I said, things are looking like price is going up. So my guess is, or the probabilities are, that price is going to continue to go up. So maybe I should start looking for a place to buy, which should be coming soon. See, so we have price came up, tested right here again, and then shot up. And every time it goes up, it comes back and tests the previous high, the previous point of congestion. So you can see there's a lot of congestion here, right there, and then price breaks through, it tests it, and then it shoots up again. So then we have another area of congestion right here, and then price breaks through, and then it tests it again, and then it can't keep going higher, so then it comes back lower to try and force it up. It's kind of like slingshotting it. It goes up, and if it has enough energy to break through, it'll break through. If it doesn't, then it has to go lower to build up more momentum before it shoots up higher again. And that's what we saw here. It tried to go up, but it couldn't make it, so then it had to go lower to build up that momentum, to get that energy, to have more people buying in, because this is a low price, and people are going to see, like, okay, they're going to see this price over here, and they're going to think, well, that's too high, I don't want to buy it there. So it's going to go lower, and then people are going to, this is a good price, but I want it cheaper. And then it's going to come down here, and people are like, this is a good price, I'm buying. So you see, it didn't spend a lot of time here because people saw that the price could go up here. They're like, well, it was 105.6 and now it's 105.4. This is a great price because it could go back up to 105.6 again. And that's exactly what it did. So more people were interested at this price than this price. And so it's going to keep going up. And that's when people who bought it down here, they'll start selling up here. And that's when you get these little dips, because now people are like, oh, price is going up, I want to buy. I want to buy because hopefully it can get back up to here, and everybody who bought down here is going to make a lot of money when they start selling it up here. So, that's really what, I mean, it's product. You're trying to sell, sell product, and it's called currency, and you can look at it as currency, but you can also look at yourself as a shop owner. You're trying to buy something and sell it for a higher price. You're trying to start a business. It's basically is what it is, buying and selling. So you want a better price so you can sell it for more. So the lower it goes, the higher you can sell it, the better. It's totally weird, and it completely blew my mind when I started thinking about it like that. It's like, man, that's so crazy, because that's really all it is. It's just you're trying to buy a product for a better price for wholesale so that you could sell it for retail. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And that is all you're doing. You're looking for a better price and a better time and a better opportunity to sell, to make a profit. Which is so weird that money works this way. And it's weird when you go to, like, when you start doing this and you're looking at the stores and you're going to like the gas station and you're buying food and you're like, how is it that I'm trading money and it's fluctuating all day, but these prices are so stable? And then you start looking into all that, and then it just gets bigger and bigger, and you're like, man, this is crazy how economies work. And then you have the feds and the central banks start talking about interest rates and inflation. Let me change the audio. This is weird. All right. And how news affects the price of currency, and you're just like, and so you're waiting for the news. You're like, okay, let's see what they're saying. And what Jerome Powell says, or what is her name, Lagarde, or the European Central Bank, I think it's Lagarde, what she says, and whatever they say, it causes the market to go one way or the other. And you're like, man. And like Jay Powell could say something and it could make the dollar just rally, and people will start buying the dollar. Or he could say something like, we're not going to increase interest rates anymore, and then it'll make the dollar just drop, and people are selling the dollar. Man, it's wild stuff. It's really, really crazy, but it's fascinating and it's exciting, and for me it's fun. I don't know about anybody else, but for me it's fun. And it's so weird that this is what makes the world go round. And we're able to take advantage of this and make money off of it. That's the other crazy thing. Once you get good, that is, because I'm 1.5 years in and I'm barely getting good. Like, I'm not losing money anymore. That's great, but it's okay. So see, this is what we're looking for. We're looking for price to come down. Is it going to come back down to here? Probably not, because it's bouncing off of this area now. We have this area right here, and it looks like it's going to hit that, and it might bounce again, and then just once let's see, Europe, once London opens, we might get a huge that's what we're waiting for. We're waiting for the huge surge upwards. So let's keep watching. And so things like this is where people will always tell you about patterns and the price action, like the movement, like, okay, this is a bear flag right here, or a bull flag. So we have a huge flagpole right here. We got price moved up, and then they'll be like, this is the flag right here, and when price breaks out of here, that's when you want to buy. You want to buy up here, and then put your stop loss down here. But and they'll tell you this is a guaranteed win, and it's not. Sometimes it is, but sometimes this can go up and just drop. So you can't always trust the patterns. You can recognize the patterns and then that'll tell you something's happening here. But I don't do a lot of these diagonal movements, because if you look at it, I mean, it's a channel, but it's also a box. It's a move up. It's right here. See, you got the bottom and then you got the top, and then it hits the bottom and then it's going up for the top again. So that's how I look at everything. I look at everything in squares and boxes, because these diagonal things, they can really, really mess with your mind and they can trick you. I think it's mostly just ranges. And I was happy to see when I took on a mentor that he was saying the same thing. He's like, it's all just ranges. Even when you're in a trend, the trend is just a move to the next range. And you can see, like, here's the trend right here. We got a trend move. And what does that trend move do? It moves into the next range. So we got a range here. And then another trend move, which, what does that do? It moves into another range. Right there. And this is why scalping made a lot of sense for me, was because you can make a lot of money just trading a couple pips, 2 to 3 pips. Because this box right here is... Come on, let me... So it's about 2 from the top to bottom. Good grief, I don't know. Oh, I got my magnet on. All right. That is about a 3 pip box. So if you're only collecting 2 pips, there's a lot of opportunity here to catch 2 pips. So right here, breaking through, 2 pips, 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 2 pips. And down here too. This is probably a bigger box. Yeah, so that's a 3 pip. So even if you're catching 2 pips, there's plenty of opportunity here to catch 2 pips. And this box down here, probably the same. 3 pips. So if your goal is to just catch 2 pips, you're catching 2 pips all day long. Opportunities everywhere. And I've made $200 once catching 2 pips. And it was incredible. And of course I lost it all because I was just a novice trader and I was just learning this technique. So yeah, I don't look at anything in trend lines. It's just too tricky, because price could go up to here and then drop, and then you'll have what they call a double top. So price could go continue up and then down, where you think it's going to go up, where you think it's just going to be like pew and then shoot up. But that's not always the case. Just because they were like, once the trend breaks, you're in the money. It's like, nah, it doesn't always work that way. Plus, scalping really helps you focus on the moment while you're trading. What are you trading right now? What's the direction? And once you determine the direction, then you can be like, all right, I'm going to go for it. I'm a buyer. And if you find out that you're wrong, just change directions. And that's where I've had a lot of problem with changing directions, because I pick a bias. I'll decide, okay, I'm going to buy or I'm going to sell. And then I'll just stick with that. And then even if I'm in drawdown and it's getting close to 18 pips or 30 pip stop loss, then I'm like, no, I decided to be a buyer or a seller today, and that's all I'm doing. And I have to learn how to be able to just stop trading, realize that I was wrong, and then switch sides and become either a buyer or a seller, or change from that. I'm confusing myself right now. But let's keep going and see. Where did our oh man. That closed our indicator. I didn't just close it, I got rid of it completely. So let's see, FX market, boy Toki, that's the one right there. All right, everything back. Yeah, but the times are all mixed up now. See, did I, nope. All right, so London, let's start you at, oh wait, let's try and Control Z this. There we go. All right, simple as, wait. Nope. Control Z, Control Z. I don't even know when I got rid of the... When did I get rid of... There it is. Okay. So it's loading, and hopefully it loads with the settings we had before. Yeah, all right, we're good. All right. So let's get back into trading and see how this goes. See, that's another thing they don't tell you when you're trading patterns, is that it's not just a straight break. There's a retest here and then a break. And this is exactly why I choose not to use any trend lines, but to use rectangles and squares, because this right here is more accurate than this right here and expecting it to just go up, because a lot of traders are going to do that. They're going to expect it to go up, and this is going to freak a lot of them out. Even if we're using smaller boxes, so we got a box here, and then we got a box here, and a box. Let's just copy these boxes. And a box here, and a box here, and a box. Wrong button. Box here. See, so there's a range here, and then it comes back and ranges here, and ranges here. So like that is way more accurate than this and this. And these boxes give you more opportunity to scalp 2 pips. Let me see, these should be like 2 to 3 pip boxes. 1 pip. Oh yeah, we're on them. Okay, so there's 3 pips right there. Yeah, that seems about right. Let's get rid of these. No. Let's stick with that, because what I'm not trying to show how to make money here. I'm trying to help you see how to see the what's happening. So there's a range, and we're trying to see ranges. We're not trying to see trends or anything. And being able to see ranges helps you learn how to make money faster. And if you pull these across, you can see that these areas are exactly where price constantly comes back. So we got a range here, we got this range right here, and then of course we got the overall range right here. Now remember, this is the 1 minute chart. And if you wanted to open a buy order right here, you could, and then sell up here and take it all the way down. And you can see it bounces several times inside this range, as well as several times inside these ranges. I mean, even depending on your broker, you could probably make money off like 1 pip or 1 point, or yeah, 1.5 pips. But you're not making a lot of money, and you are going to have to make a lot of trades. But don't focus on the money first. Get good at scalping. Get good at a technique. All right, that's cool. But thanks for stopping by. Same thing as last night. We're just talking about the market and trying to figure out how to look at the market. So we got this double top going on here, and price is going to come down. We are still looking for price to... Did I do it again? I did it again. I don't know how that happens. What in the world? Let's go to our here. No, we can't lock it. Bummer. All right, whatever. I gotta stop doing that. So we are still expecting price to go up here based on New York and London and all that from the past. Let's see if it continues to do so, and let's see how we can make money in the process. And it's going up pretty fast. Maybe I shouldn't have closed. So I closed it over here. I had an order, these 3 orders, and then I closed it right here for $500, and it's already almost moved half of that move. So I would have doubled that. I could have been in profit 100% now if I would have just held. And that is why we do this. That is why we practice. That is why we work out, so that we can get better, so that we can see these kind of mistakes that we make, so we can see how our brain works, and we can see where we get scared and decide to close. And if we wouldn't have closed, if we would have just had a little bit more faith, we could have been in profit a little bit more. These are the kind of things you need to work out and you need to exercise. Otherwise, you go into the market like this, and I'm going to go ahead and start buying again once I get an opportunity. And to see that opportunity, we're looking at this box right here. So if it comes down into this box, I'm going to start buying, because we have this range right here. And you can see we have it kind of bounces off the tops here. There's these nice moves where there's a lot of action going on. And so we'll see what happens. If it comes in here, if it bounces from this point to this point, I'm going to start buying. If I get the opportunity. If not, well, we'll wait for London to start. So let's go ahead and see what happens. Perfect. There we go. Here's our opportunity. And it is even better than I thought. And starting to get scary. Okay, but see, let's move this box down now. Oops. So we got this. Now we have this area right here that it's bouncing around in. And we're expecting price to go up to here. So this... Oh, and would you look at that? It's come back down to this spot again. This spot again. So we might be looking at that interest, that spot of interest where a lot of money is gathering before it takes it up higher. And London is open, and let's see what happens. So let's keep a focus on this area. Every time it touches down, I'm going to take an opportunity to buy. I should have bought here, but I bought here instead. We'll just wait and see. So far, looking really, really good. Our first target is right here. This is what we want. We want to see price come to here. And just like this, if price can get here, break up, retest, and then shoot up, we're golden. Otherwise, it's going to hit here and then reject, and we're out. And I mean, that seems pretty obvious. It's like, no duh, price is going to do that. But our purpose as a day trader is to be there when either of those things happen and react to that. That's what risk management is. So now, instead of bouncing around down here, we've moved up a level and we're bouncing around up here, so we can move this zone of interest right there. And now this is what we're trying to break. We're trying to get higher. So we'll watch it in here, and if it goes up, perfect. If it comes down, then we'll have to decide what to do. Risk management. This is the one thing that when I started trading, not a lot of people were talking about this. We're talking about risk management. It was always set your trade, set your take profit, set your stop loss, go to bed. And if it takes, you'll win. If it hits stop loss, well, try again tomorrow. They didn't really explain risk management in terms of watch your trade and monitor. You say your stop loss, but your price doesn't have to go to your stop loss. You can close it anytime before, or you can let it go to your stop loss. And take profit, if you want to take profit early, that's fine. If you want to keep pushing it, that's great. If you're going to push it and you're going to add to your winner, then even better. And that's kind of what I'm doing here. I'm kind of adding to my loser to average this to get it lower. And then once it goes up, then we're in the money. And now we're really, really managing our risk. So we can set our take profit here. And then our stop loss. Can't get it that much lower. Put it right there. And you can see the points where if they are going to take out a bunch of people's stop loss, it's going to be right here, and it's going to be right here. And then they're going to go higher, which is what they did to me last time. Where was it? I can't remember. I think it was right here when they hit my stop loss. Oh no, it was back here somewhere. I think it was right here. No, it was right there. Right there. When it hit my stop loss, and then it went up. So I had all these buys lined up, ready to go. Hit my stop loss, closed me out, and then price went up. So I was out of that trade. So we have to make sure you put your stop loss in a place that's not going to blow your account, but it's also not going to lose your account or lose too much money, and it's going to keep you safe, and it's going to keep you in the trade if price comes back down to this point and then goes up. So let's keep watching. Ooh, it's trying to break out of, and there we go. We got a nope. And it's building momentum. It's going to come down, and then it's going to try to get that energy to shoot back up. And look at that. Oh, man. Oh, it's so scary. And it hits my stop loss. We are back out of it. So I had several opportunities to get out there. I had this whole bar right there, this whole area. I could have just closed it and been happy. And then also I could have closed way before it hit my stop loss. So this is something you have to learn from. What did we learn here? Based on just tonight's sessions, I'm letting the trades run way too long. There's ample opportunity for me to get out, and I'm not taking the chance. And I'm definitely getting greedy. I'm trying to see I'm trying to see big profits too soon. And it's not really about getting that one huge trade. It's about getting many, many, many little good trades. Here's another reason why you want to do that. You want to get a lot of little good trades under your belt because that builds your confidence. That makes you a better trader. If you're trying to just get that one big trade, you're ending up what I'm doing right here. You're taking massive losses and you're seeing these big negative numbers, and that's bad for your confidence. So it's where you really decide what kind of trader am I, because this hurts. I don't like this. This is why I choose to scalp and why I don't swing trade. If TradingView had a better setup where I could actually scalp and I could quickly set the take profit and the stop loss, then it would be easier. But because of the way the replay is set up, I'm forced to kind of get stuck in these swing trades. Let me show you. This is a demo account on MetaTrader, and this is what I use for placing my orders. This is the PZ Trade Pad Lite. I can set it for stop loss at 35 and take profit at 3, and then just roll with it. It looks like price is doing absolutely nothing right now. Is that right? What is this? So we're once again EURUSD on the $1 minute, and I wish TradingView had something like this, because look, if I wanted to buy, I can buy. What about trading? Okay, there we go. We good to go? Yeah. So if I wanted to buy. There's my entry. Here's my take profit. And here's my stop loss. And then it even shows me my break even. Oh wait, that's an indicator actually. What indicator is that? So that's the break even line by MMD MT5. And I can even, if I want to take more than 3 pips, I could, move this up and it'll show me the price and everything. But in TradingView, to do their replay, it does it as it adds to your first order, and then it just averages everything out, and then you have to set your stop loss and your take profit. So let's see how big this move is right here, from here to here, and then we can see what we're gonna do next. 28. And that's 36. Pretty much nailed it with these boxes. So I'm going to start buying again. And let's see what happens. Okay, if it comes down, we'll buy. And it looks like it's, oh, there was my opportunity right there. Oh, here it is. Perfect. Nope, missed it. All right. I was hopefully going to try to get in there and set my 3 pip stop loss, or 3 pip take profit. And, but I mean, price already just moved way too fast. So I already closed it by accident. Anyway, I think that's gonna settle it for tonight. That was about an hour. Yeah, we've been here for an hour. Actually, let's finish out the session. Oh, look at that. You see that? Price went to our first target and we got stopped out, and that is exactly what happens a lot of the time. You'll have a goal in mind. You'll get so close to it, price will drop And this is they're clearing out a lot of that. They're collecting a lot of money to build that energy to come back up and hit that. And it's this kind of energy that's going to propel us to this price. So we're testing here and we're trying to go up here. And it might take the New York session to continue to build that energy to get up there. Let's see what happens. So it's trying. It's definitely trying. Here comes New York. Oh, it's so close. And this was our original goal. We were aiming for this right here. Look at that. And so close. I think chiptune is the perfect music for reading the charts. Look at that. It almost goes perfectly. Thing of beauty. And there it goes. So this was our original target for way back here. For all these trades right here. We were aiming for here. But you can see on the way to this price right there, there's plenty of opportunity to make money just scalping, taking trades, 3 pip trades here, here, as it goes up, because the market is made up of ranges. There's just ranges everywhere. And it's easier to trade in a range than it is to try to catch one of these moves and one of these moves and this move. I'm not saying that you can't do it, but it does come with experience. It does come with time. And if you're a beginning trader, the best trading style to have is just to be a scalper, because that'll give you the chance to make money, and it'll also give you the opportunity to learn how to read the market and to be there to place your orders at a perfect time to catch these trades, to catch the long moves, the big moves when money is just flowing into the market. But in the meantime, you can catch these little moves and just enjoy the pocket change before you get to that life-changing money. And ultimately, it gets there. And we'll get there. We'll become better. It just takes practice. And that's what we do every night. We practice. So I hope this was informative. Got Skills, thanks for stopping by. I hope you dream about a lot of green, a lot of money, and a bright future. To everybody else watching, thanks very much. That one viewer in the back, thank you for always being there. Appreciate it. Don't stop believing. And remember, neurons that fire together, wire together. And I'll see you tomorrow night. Let's watch this chart move, shall we?